Hello children, we are coming to the second part. Now in 9th standard, each of your chapter will contain a small poem also. That is your poetry section also. And you can say that the chapter 1 will contain or each chapter will contain one poem. So this poem, The Road Not Taken, is from chapter number 1. The Road Not Taken is written by Robert Frost. He was an American poet. He was born in March 26, 1874. His full name is Robert Lee Frost. He was a realistic poet. He frequently wrote about the settings from the rural life in England and in the early 20th century. The Road Not Taken is one kind of such poem. Let us begin with the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the underground. First of all, see the meanings. First, diverged. Here, diverged means separated, or we can say that something is branched, or we can say it has a different direction or something. And the second word, that is yellow wood. Now here yellow wood means woods in water. The writer is making us imagine that this is an autumn season and he is standing near a forest or something where there is a road which is diverged. Now underground, that means here thick ground of plants and bushes. The whole land is with those small plants and bushes. Now let us see. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Here the writer says that he is standing near a road which is diverged into. And sorry, I could not travel both. Now we cannot travel two roads by one time. So he is confused and he tells that he is really sorry that he cannot travel both roads. And be one traveller, long I stood, and he is a traveller and he is standing and thinking. And before choosing the road, the two roads which he has to go. Now he is standing and he is thinking which road he should take. And again what he is saying, and look down one as far as I could to where it branched the underground. That means the bushy roads. He is thinking and he is trying to see the end of the road as far as he can see, and he is trying to decide which road he should take. Now let us see the second para. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as far for that passing there had warned them really about the same. Now here the writer again he is standing on the verge and he is thinking, and what he says, Dan took the other just as far. So he is taking one road, he is choosing one road, and he says just as fair. Now what here just as fair? That means just as beautiful as. He cannot do unjust to the road, and so he is selecting the better option. Now why he has selected, he also further gives the reason. And having perhaps the better claim. Why he thinks that the second road is better? Because it was grassy and wanted wear. See why it was grassy. Now just think why the road was grassy and wanted wear. Here he suggests with these two words that the road was less travelled. Nobody was travelling on that road, though as for that the passing there, and warn them really about the same. So that it tells us, these two lines tells us that the writer is thinking and he has taken or chosen the road which is less travelled. And in curiosity he thinks that what the road might be, what the end of the road might be, and so he chooses the road or the path which is grassy, which is less traveled, and he wishes that he could travel on this grassy and wanted were path. Now the third para, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads unto way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Now here see, trodden means trodden black, that means stepped upon. Now, as in the previous paragraph, also he says about that he is choosing the road which is less traveled. Here, with these words, also he says the same thing. Now, what he says, let us look one by one. And both that morning equally lay. Now, that means here he says both the roads are equal to him, but the second road, it makes us different. Why? Because in the leaves no step had trodden black. The leaves which has been fallen back, nobody has stepped on these leaves. The whole road is grassy, and he says that, oh, I kept the first for the another day. The first road, right? He is saying that another day he will come, and it may be happen that he will choose that road, but today he is going to choose the second road. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubt if I should ever come back. Now he is also not sure that where the road is going to lead. He is not sure that he going to come back someday or not. He doesn't know. He feels that what will happen if he is traveling on this road. He has a doubt that he is going to return or not. So though he has a dilemma in his mind, but still he wants to travel on the second road. But he also has a faith that someday he will return and he will travel the first road which he has left. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Now what he says. Now he wants to make a difference, and this is the thing which he has resulted in choosing the second road. Now what he says, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Now he says that someday he will return, or someday the fact that he has chosen the road which has been less traveled, he is going to tell, he will be satisfied with his choice, and he will tell the others that he had traveled the second road. Somewhere ages and ages hence. Now here the word ages and ages hence means many years later, the two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. So he will narrate the story. He will narrate the story to others that one day, someday, ages before, he was standing near a road which diverged, and he had taken the road which was less traveled. I took one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Now what he says, that made all the difference. From this verse he wants to tell this, the direction which he has chosen, that has made him different. The road, the first road, the road was not bushy, the road was not grassy, that means people used to walk on the first road. The second road, it was grassy, the leaves were there, the bushes had grown, that tell us that the second road was not traveled. And still Robert Frost decided to choose the second road, which tell us about his courage, which tell us about his curiosity, that he wants to know what is at the end of the road. And this is the difference which makes, and he is happy, he will be satisfied after choosing the second road. Now this is the whole summary of the poem. See, once again I will repeat the whole summary. that Robert Frost, he is talking about his life experience when he had to choose between two roads. Both looked interesting, and there was no clue to tell him which was better or which had been travelled upon that day. He knew he could not travel both, and this made him sorry. He wished he could be two travelers at the same time. The only thing that made him choose the road that seemed lush green was the fact that it was grassy and wanted well. That is, no one had traveled that route for a long time. Hence, the grass was growing there. He chooses it and started off. However, he had a doubts about his choice. With him, he feels that he will be with him all his life. He says that he would return someday and see where other roads lead to. But he immediately tells that he knows where it and where the road is going to lead the way. Therefore, he will be telling with a sigh that he chose the road which was less traveled. But over the years, he is satisfied with the choice, since he knows that it is the only that which has made all the difference in his life, because he had chosen the direction, or he had chosen the road which was less traveled. Students, here we complete the whole poem. An exercise will be given with the question answers. You are going to try to find the question answer. You are also going to write a short paraphrase what you understand from this poem, what are your views on this poem, what the writer has explained, everything, and you are going to make a short paraphrase of this poem.